What's up, Shimmers here. Now it is, of course, time for Hulu and even FX to share because obviously FX is also run by Hulu. So they're both pretty much the same. So here is my official top 10 favorite Hulu or FX originals of the year. Number 10 is a really fun little show that premiered in May called Adults. Adults, I thought was a really decent show. Of course, it is about a group of 20 somethings in New York City who are trying to be good people. Despite being neither good or people here. And I really quite I never really heard the majority of these actors playing the characters here, but I really thought they were excellent. And of course, I did my top 10 favorite breakthrough females of the year. And one of its stars, Amrita Rayo, is actually in that list. She steals so many scenes here. Of course, you got some fun cameos by the likes of Julia Fox, Charlie Cox pops up. It was a really decent show if you guys ever seen that. All right, number 9 is sadly the final season of The English Teacher. It is unfortunate that the show only lasted, one season or two seasons. It is a really hilarious show. It's pretty much like, Abbott Elementary, but with F bombs in a way. If you guys haven't seen English Teacher with Brian Jordan Averis, he is terrific on this. Love the other cast of characters here. I mean, it is a really hilarious show, but it is unfortunate it only lasted two seasons. But in this season, I thought, well, maybe not as good as the first season. I admit, I still thought the season was pretty decent. But to be honest, unlike the first season where they dropped episodes bi-weekly, they dropped all episodes of season 2 at once. That probably was a little bit of a red flag, but I still thought it was a really decent show, and it's unfortunate it went by, but it is what it is, I guess. All right, coming in at number 8 is actually the only film on my list, by the way, because Hulu did put out of course, I did do my top 10 worst streaming stuff of the year, and they did put out Hulu did put out some not so good movies this year, but they did put out some decent films here. And my number 8 is a little comedy called Summer '69. When I was doing my top 10 favorite comedy movies of the year, I cannot believe I forgot to put this on that list. This is actually a really fun little film. It stars Chloe Fineman. It also stars Sam Morris, from That Night Show fame. And it's of course more like this, high schooler, who tries to who hires this local dancer, to woo to pretty much woo her crush here. And it's a really nice, charming little comedy here. Chloe Fineman's great. Charlie Day's hilarious. It is a really nice coming of age tale. If you guys haven't seen it, give it a go. All right, number 7 is Paradise. Paradise, I thought was really good. Of course, starring Sterling K. Brown, James Marsden. It is a really interesting series. Season 2 is, of course, coming, so there's that. I mean, highly recommend it. If you guys haven't seen it, give it a go. Can't wait for season 2 there. All right. Coming in at number 6 is Only Murders in the Building, season 5. I thought this new season was really decent. It was really cool to see folks like Logan Lerman popping up, Christoph Waltz, Renee Zellweger. Fun, some really fun twists and turns around here. I mean, it's not as strong as the other seasons, but I still thought this was a really nice season. And definitely looking forward to checking out the next season, which is supposed to take place in London. So that should be interesting. All right. Coming in at number 5 is Deli Boys. Of course, it is about these two Pakistani deli workers who's, after their father dies, they have to deal with some crazy crime bosses here and there. It is the one who plays the mother on Never Have I Ever. She's also in this. She's really terrific. It is a really decent show. The chemistry between the two leads are great. I mean, if you guys haven't seen it, highly recommend that. Number 4 is Alien Earth. I know Alien Earth was excellent. Loved seeing the Alien back here. I really had a fun time with it. Sydney Chandler was great. Really liked everything about it here. Really decent visuals. It's a really good one there. Obviously, season 2 won't come out till 2027, so that's unfortunate. All right, number 3 is The Lowdown. Of course, The Lowdown is from the same people who gave us Reservation Dogs, starring Ethan Hawke. I thought this was an excellent show. Of course, Ethan Hawke. Great year for Ethan Hawke, by the way. Between this, Black Phone 2, Blue Moon. He has some really good stuff that he did this year. And the Lowdown is of course one of them. I mean, if you guys don't know much about the story, it of course stars this journalist played by Ethan Hawke, who of course plays like this and pretty much like expose the citizen journalist Lee Rayman, who's like a self proclaimed Tulsa who's like obsession. Who of course obsession takes the toll here, and he's trying to find the truth of what he getting back to him here, and it's a really interesting show. Keith Davis terrific, Ethan Hawke is great. The one who plays like his daughter, by the way, in this, Ryan Care Armstrong, she's actually going to be leading the upcoming Buffy series, so interested to see her in that. But yeah, Lowdown is a really good one. If you guys haven't seen it, highly recommend it. All right, coming in at number 2 is Good American Family. Good American Family is a really nice little limited series about this couple who adopts this girl with dwarfism, and things spiral out of control here and there. It's not as creepy as, let's say, Orphan, nothing like that. But obviously, this is based on a true story of Natalie Grace. Umugan Faith Reed, who plays Natalie, is terrific. It's such a really interesting show. Ellen Pompeo's terrific. If you guys haven't seen it, highly recommend that. And my number 1 is Chad Powers. Of course, Chad Powers stars Glenn Powell, Steve Zahn. It's such a really good show. Seeing the process they used with Glenn Powell was great. I thought it was a really decent series. Really hilarious. I mean, it's only 6 episodes, which is unfortunate. I do hope when the new season arrives, they give it more episodes than just 6. But if you guys have not watched it, highly recommend it. But that's pretty much it there. Here is my quick rundown. Number 10, Adults. 9, English Teacher, Season 2. 8, Summer 69. 7, Paradise. 6, Only Murders in the Building. Season 5, that is. 5, Deli Boys. 4, Alien Earth. 3, The Lowdown. 2, Good American Family. And number 1 is Chad Powers. But there's some other ones I could have included. Like, I know you're probably asking, wait, where's The Bear? Don't you like The Bear? No, I actually did quite like the season of The Bear. I didn't think it was as good as the last season. So, yeah, but the new season of The Bear was still pretty decent. It just didn't end up in my top 10. Dying for Sex with Michelle Williams was pretty decent. The 2 Family Guy specials that premiered this year, they were actually pretty decent. Let's see what else we got here. On the film front, I could have included Predator Killer Killers. I was going to go between either Predator Killer Killers, Summer 69, or Eeny Meeny. Between those 3, my favorite is actually Summer 69. If you guys have not watched it, highly recommend that. But anyway, let me let you guys. What's some of your favorite Hulu or FX originals of the year? John Constable, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Henry Sire.